Today is the Yortzeit of the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, and most people don't know that the skula of putting a note in the wall of the Kotel, the only source of it that we know of is from the Or HaChaim HaKadosh. And this is something that's a very strange thing, because really the way to get something from Hashem is by asking Him. You don't send a letter. Rav Nebenzahl says that you should not put a letter in the wall, because when you put a letter in the wall, it's like you're saying that Hashem, you can't talk to Him. You have to put a letter there, or He might forget, or He's too far. But there is a skula, there's a story. Rav Chaim Kanievsky also said there's no source for this, to put a letter in the wall of the Kotel. But I decided that today, because the Or HaChaim's Yortzeit, because the skula goes back to the Or HaChaim, I decided today to put a letter in the wall. And the story happened, there's different versions of the story, but it was definitely involving the Chidah. On the day that his rabbi died, he was the student of the Or HaChaim. He was a person who didn't want to be supported for his learning Torah. He wanted to work for his ability to support himself, and he would schlep things for people. He was like a mover. He had a donkey, and he would learn, and then when he needed money, he would also work. I mean, we know the Or HaChaim also was somebody who was a goldsmith. He didn't also want to take money for his Torah. The story with the Chidah was that go learn Torah, and then afterwards he needed some money, he would go and work to schlep things. And one time the Or HaChaim gave him a letter once to put in the Kotel, which he forgot about, to put the letter in the Kotel. And the day happened when, after the day that the Or HaChaim passed away, so the student, the Chidah, he was, usually would make money off of schlepping things, but that day his donkey also died. And he felt so bad that he was, not only he doesn't have his parnasah anymore, it was the same day that his rabbi passed away, but he remembered that his rabbi once asked him to put a letter in the wall. So he went to the Kotel and he put the letter of the Or HaChaim HaKadosh into the wall. It was the first letter that was ever put in the wall. It was about 300 years ago. And after he put the letter in the wall, he went up to the Kollel, the yeshiva, to learn in the old city, where the Chidah will learn the Beit Midrash of the Or HaChaim. He went to learn, and after, when he came into one of the main rabbi that was there said to the Chidah, I see there's a very big light on your face. Did you do a special mitzvah today? And he said, no, nothing special, just today. He said what happened, and he said that he put the letter of the rabbi, the Or HaChaim, in the wall that he asked him to put in. So they went to the letter. He says, I see a special light on your face today. He says, let's go see what that letter was. So he went to see the letter, and it was said on that letter of the Or HaChaim, please, Hashem, help the Chidah, that his parnasah should be better. They shouldn't have problems with parnasah anymore. I remember also a version that says that the Chidah's Torah and his light should spread around the world. Different versions of that story. That's one of the versions of the story is like this. There's another version of the story, simply that the Chidah had a hard time with parnasah, and he put the letter on the wall, and from the Or HaChaim, and afterwards he saw that was the letter wrote, and he had a better parnasah from that point on. He was able to be much more successful with his parnasah. However, this whole thing is a thing that we have to be careful when we put a letter on the wall not to push the stones or to push any dirt, because there's the Isur from the Torah to destroy the Kotel, because part of the Beit HaMikdash, and just like it says that you should destroy the temples of the Goyim, of the Avodah Zarah, of the Goyim, but you should not do that to Hashem, so therefore you can't do anything that could hurt the place of the Beit HaMikdash, which is the Kotel. So by you pushing a stone or pushing with the dirt there, it could be very problematic. But in general, the whole concept here is a concept that is not really something that we understand so much, because really the way of the way of Judaism is that when we want something from Hashem, so we talk to Him. As we know that usually throughout the day, person should speak as least as possible, but when, unless things that are actually needed. But when it comes to prayer, we ask Hashem, please Hashem, open my mouth in the beginning of the prayer, and then after we finish the prayer, we say, Hashem, close my mouth. So the best way to have Hashem ask something from Hashem is to actually through prayer, not through writing notes. So we're not into that. However, there is this story. So on the Yortzeit of the Or HaChaim, I wrote a note and I put it into the Kotel to pray for the things that are most dear to me.